Oh, great. Let me tell you, what an audience I have. They got the best questions, and then everybody gets the benefit of hearing the answers to these. So it's such a common problem having plug ducts. And, one of the things that I really, before we go on to the next question, I want to reiterate is when you're breastfeeding, I would really recommend that you feel your breasts. You do a little breast exam. You feel around on the breast while you're nursing. You got your breast out anyway. Feel your breast. If you're feeling any kind of lumps, plugs, anything like that, when your baby's nursing, the very best way to get that plug out is to put a little bit of pressure on the plug or just behind it and do a nice breast massage while the baby's eating. Usually you'll feel that plug just clear right away. So that really does work. We are on to the next question. It is Tracy from Pennsylvania. Here we go. Ready, Taylor? I love teasing you.
Never dial actual numbers. Crazy.
He's only used to his iPhone. See, he's got to get on a real landline. He's too young. He's never had one before.
No, it was Siri.
Siri.
Siri, dial the number.
Hello.
Hi, Tracy.
Hi, Shari.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Nice talking to you. I'm good. So, thank you for the great question. You ready to read it for me so we can all hear the answer and learn?
Sure.
Awesome. Go ahead.
I have a daughter. She is 16 months old, and I'm still breastfeeding her twice a day, first thing in the morning and then before she goes to bed.
Yes.
I'm also 22 weeks pregnant, and I'm due in September with another little girl.
Congratulations.
I plan on breastfeeding her as well.
Yes.
My concern is that my daughter is very attached to the 2 nursing sessions that we have, and I had a hard time getting her down to those 2 sessions.
Yes.
And I'm a little bit worried about what's going to happen in the fall when I have the other baby. Like, I don't want her to all of a sudden want to be nursing like 6 times a day again.
Yes. Yes. And so you said you're 22 weeks right now?
Yes.
Okay. And your daughter's 16 months?
Yes.
Okay. And so you're nursing only 2 times a day. Is that like in the morning and at night?
Yes.
Okay. And during the day, does she ask to nurse? Is she fine? She's eating, she's taking a sippy cup, drinking from a cup? No problem?
She doesn't ask during the day anymore. Mm-hmm. In fact, she actually cut out her nap time session, which I was a little surprised about.
Yeah, gotcha. What I find is this, first of all, most babies or most children, obviously people can nurse 2 children at the same time. I mean, this goes on all over the world, and, it's totally normal to be able to do that, not only during pregnancy, but once the new baby's born. I highly doubt that your daughter's going to want to nurse 6 times a day once the baby's born. And also remember that the milk starts to change flavor as well.
Okay.
Because it's going to revert back to colostrum.
Okay.
Okay, which may not be as appealing to her as what you have right now.
Okay.
Okay, so what I would say is stick with the routine that you're doing. Are you happy nursing her and continuing to nurse both of them, tandem nursing?
Oh, absolutely. I just worried because in the beginning, both of my other children were failure to thrive babies. So it was a stressful process for me to have to breastfeed and then pump and then bottle feed them.
Gotcha.
I just worry about her wanting to all of a sudden nurse more and then having to fit that into that hectic schedule.
Gotcha. Actually, it might actually help with your milk supply if she's doing some sucking at the breast as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but what I would recommend that you do, especially if that was the issue last time, and not even if it wasn't, when you're nursing a newborn and a toddler, the newborn should be feeding first.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to make sure that you feed the newborn first, and then you can nurse your toddler afterwards.
Okay.
I don't really think that the issue is going to happen where she's going to want to nurse that frequently. And if she does, it may only be for a short period of time as she's adjusting to a new sibling.
Okay.
So it may be that, she goes back to nursing, 3-4 times a day. She's watching her baby sister nurse. And, you can imagine this has been hers all this time. She's going to feel a little bit jealous. I probably would give into it because I don't think it's going to last for long. I don't think you're going to be establishing a whole new routine. She'll be starting to be distracted, especially like keeping her distracted with games and toys and activities during the day. And then another thing that worked a lot for me with my children was incorporating my daughter into the breastfeeding process, like reading stories when I was nursing the newborn.
Okay.
Just to keep her engaged and connected with you so that she's not feeling like left out or feeling like the only way to get your attention is to breastfeed.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So,
the picture.
yeah. Oh, yeah. We were just posting a picture. We just had that picture on Facebook where I was nursing Talia and Jade was just laying on my lap, and just being able to hold both of them. Sometimes, for your older one, it's just about the nurturing, the cuddling, just wanting to be held. But I think that one of the things that's definitely going to happen is that, the milk's going to start to change flavor. And lots of times, even though you want to continue nursing, sometimes the toddlers will actually reject it. So you really don't know how it's going to go.
I just kind of figured I'd dry up by now, and that hasn't happened, so.
No, you're not going to dry. No, most likely you're not going to dry up at all.
Okay.
Yeah, and the milk will continue, and then what's going to happen in a couple more weeks, maybe about another 10 weeks or so, 8 weeks, the milk's going to start to turn into colostrum.
Okay.
Okay, because it's always going to take care of the newborn first. And that's why you also want to make sure that you're nursing your newborn baby first.
Okay.
Okay. And when you were saying before you were nursing with the first one, you nursed and then you had to pump and then nurse some more. Was that to stimulate more milk supply?
No, she actually just wasn't effectively sucking, and she was falling asleep at the breast.
Gotcha.
So they wanted to make sure that she was getting, at least 2 ounces or whatever, and so then I would have to give her an ounce of breast milk in a bottle.
Gotcha.
So she was able to stay awake long enough.
Was she not gaining weight? Was this just right in the beginning?
It was right in the beginning. She lost over 10% of her body weight, and she wasn't gaining.
Okay. Did you have a C-section or a vaginal delivery?
It's vaginal delivery.
A vaginal delivery. Okay. You know what? One of the and it's just coming to mind. One of the things that's really, really important, and this is just so typical with a second baby, is it's hard to like approach the whole situation as if this was the first time.
Mm-hmm.
We have all these concerns as a first-time mom, thinking what's going to happen, listening to our friends, but you still go into it kind of as a clean slate. When you're having your second baby, it's very typical to like just start being worried and concerned that all the same things are going to happen that happened the first time. And what you got to remember is this is a totally different person and child.
Okay.
So like try to wipe the slate clean and start fresh. Otherwise, you're going to stress about things that probably are not going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like one of the hardest things to do. One of the hardest things to do.
I'm always comparing them. So.
You will forever compare them. And let me tell you, from day one, you said you're having another little girl, right?
Yeah, I have a son who's 5, and then I have this will be my second little girl.
I have 2 little girls, and they are as different as can be. And they were like that from the moment I conceived and from the moment they came out. And you think, oh, it's just like a little duplicate of the first. It's absolutely not. I can tell you right now. So start with a clean slate. Don't stress about things that haven't happened yet. Continue to nurse, and don't worry. Your older one will be able to handle it. And I think things will be a little bit easier than you actually even think.
Okay.
All right, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. We'll have another Q&A. You can call me back if the issue's still going on. How about that?
I'm sure I will.
Awesome, Tracy. Thanks for the question.
Thanks, Shari.
Nice talking to you.
You.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, that's such a big issue for so many people. I mean, how many of you in the chat room know that as much as your second child is completely different than your first, you just can't help comparing the two, going, well, with the first one, it went like this one's not doing it. Is there something wrong? And that's just, really, it contributes to so much anxiety and worry when you see, your second child acting different than your first, thinking that there must be something wrong. Think about your pregnancy. I've had people who said, with my pregnancy, I was so much bigger with the first. This time I'm really small. Maybe there's something wrong with me. If you were first time pregnant, you wouldn't even be thinking about it. It would just be normal for you. So I really encourage you to treat each pregnancy just as you would treat each child as an individual, because they really are. They really are, starting with conception. Okay, let's go on to Maureen. There's Maureen right there. Okay, Maureen has a good question here. And everybody whose questions are being answered tonight, whether I call you or I read your question, which um, my questions are actually going to be not only called in, you'll all be entered into the contest to win one of the 5 great prizes that we're going to do tonight.
Hello.
Hi, Maureen.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Nice talking to you.
You too.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for your great question.
Yes.
So go ahead. Let's hear it.
Okay, so I am expecting my second at the beginning of August, and my son will actually be turning 3 at the end of August, but we are light years away from potty training, or so I think. So I am planning on using pre-folds during the newborn phase.
Yes.
But I think at some point I will have both of them. Maybe my son will potty train, but I'm anticipating having both of them in my pocket diapers.
Okay.
Is it okay if my question is it okay to, wash them together and have them in a basket and, granted maybe they'll be different sizes, but is it okay to share the cloth diapers in between and then wash them together? Like, is that hygienic?
Yes.
Concern?
Yep. Yeah, very, very good question. So what Maureen, I'm just going to restate your question. So what Maureen's asking us is she's going to be using the same pocket diapers for her newborn, right?
Yes.
As well as her toddler. And she wants to make sure, is it hygienic? Is it okay for her to wash them together and then just reuse them on both children? Correct? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You can totally do that. So, the diapers should get, not just should, they will. If you're washing them properly, they will get clean. So there is no reason that they can't be washed together in the same load. Okay.
Oh,
the only thing that you have to keep in mind, okay, is that you can't wash too many diapers at the same time or they won't get clean. So when I say they need to be washed properly, it's not just washing them in the right cycle or washing them with the right detergent. That, of course, is important, but not to do more than 15 to 18 diapers per load.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So what you're going to have to do is probably you're either going to do your infant's diapers separate because you want to wait a little longer, separate as a separate load than your toddlers, or you're going to be washing more frequently.
Okay.
Okay. So that'll really be up to you.
Right. Okay.
Okay. And it might actually be easier to wash them. Did you get like a one size fits all type diaper?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you have a one-size-fits-all diaper, it might even be easier to wash them separately since you're going to have to do 2 loads anyway.
Right.
Because you're going to have different inserts, and then it won't be such a big mess to go through.
That's true.
Okay, so like your newborn diapers are going to be snapped up in the rise real high with the smaller insert.
Right.
And you're gonna and you can't you're gonna be washing frequently, so you might want to just alternate days.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you had to throw them in all at the same time, no issue.
Okay.
No issue.
That's good to know.
But I just think it'll make your washing and your stuffing process a lot easier if you do them separately.
Separate. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So that's probably the most important. I mean, as far as hygienicness, totally fine.
Okay. I wasn't sure about that. So.
Yeah, people, sell their diapers. They share their diapers. Once something's washed and it's washed properly with the right detergent and the right hot water, the diaper should be clean and then be able to be reused on another child.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hopefully we'll get potty trained this summer.
How old is your oldest?
He will be 3 at the end of August.
3 at the end of August. Yeah, he's probably right on the border there, and especially with cloth, he's probably starting to feel wet and just like, I don't really want to do this anymore.
Yeah, he tells me to change his diapers. I just wish he would go on it.
You know what you got to do? You got to just spend one weekend with the diaper off and just deal with like the poop and the pee on the floor and just keep taking him over to the potty.
And we'll have to try that.
You know, it's really hard to drag it out. I saw that with both my kids. They both didn't potty train until they were like 3.5. And what worked with both of them was just like one weekend, just deciding, okay, no diaper at all. And, you know, put some like towels on the couch. So just in case you have an accident, and just keep taking them over to the potty. And that reinforcement of like 2 days of like no diaper, I don't know, it really worked for me and my children.
Oh, all right, thank you. I will try that.
Yeah.
I just ordered some Eco Posh.
Perfect, yeah.
So, you know, I'm trying to move towards that direction as well.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
good tip. Thank you.
That's really great, you know, and I think that, you know, especially now that it's the weather's getting warmer, you know, where you can even be outside, like on the deck or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. At least with the deck, it goes through the cracks, right? Oh, God, I remember those days. Okay, good. I hope that answered your question.
You did. Thank you for the double answer there.
No problem, Maureen.
Yep.
Thank
Well,
you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Good talking to you.
You too.
Okay, take care.
You too.
Okay,
Bye.
great. Bye. Okay, let's answer a question that we got with somebody who we are not calling. This came from Katie Johnson. Okay, so Katie from Arizona asked the question. She said her and her husband are considering baby number 2 this summer, and it's always been her dream to have a water birth. Okay, is there any way to get a water birth in a hospital, or do I have to go to a birthing center or have a home birth? Katie, you can absolutely have a water birth in a hospital, but it's going to depend on the hospital that you go to. There are many hospitals that have either tubs that are available right there in the labor suites where they can actually provide it for you. Or when I was a midwife in practice, I actually had my own labor tub that I was able to set up for my clients. And I know that there are tubs that you can rent. That you can actually bring into the hospital. It's not something I would come walking in with and not tell anybody you're doing. So you want to make sure that you call ahead, find out what the policy is. Some hospitals will allow water birth. Some hospitals will allow laboring in the tub, but they don't allow you to birth in the tub. So it's really important to find out the hospital policy because it differs from not only hospital to hospital, but also your practitioner. If you're using a midwife, most likely if the hospital allows for birth, they're going to be accommodating to let you have the birth in the tub. But there are definitely hospitals that allow it. I did plenty of water births and water labors in the hospital. I did most of my deliveries in the hospital when I was a midwife, and there's a hospital close here by us where we live here that actually have these beautiful tubs built into every labor room, and so you know we do water births there all the time. My sister had her second baby over there, so. Yeah, you don't have to have a home birth or a birthing center to do it, although in those areas you can always have it. So I hope that answered your question, and I highly recommend water birth. You know, water birth is just such a good feeling. I mean, really, it's just so much easier when your body is just floating in that water. It's so much more relaxing. Everything feels better. For those of you who've had water births, you know what I'm talking about. Sitting in the warm water, there's just something about that buoyancy and the ease, especially at the delivery too, of the baby coming out. Everything feels better underwater. So I highly recommend it. Let's see. Do we have another question here? We have another question from Heather. Heather Roan from New York. Hello, Heather. Sorry we don't have you on the line. Actually, let's call Heather. Maybe she's here. Is Heather available? Is she in the chat room? Because I'll call her and she can ask her question. Let's try her. Right here. Surprise call. We're going to do a surprise call. What do you think about that? Let's try Heather. She said she's there. She's laughing. Pick up the phone, Heather.
Hello.
Hi, Heather.
Hi.
I saw your question here, and I know we didn't call you before to let you know we were calling you, so I just took a chance you might be in the chat room.
I was watching.
Awesome. I wanted you to be able to ask your question yourself.
Okay. My question is about teething.
Teething. Okay.
My son just cut his first tooth. He's 8 months old, and the first tooth came in so good. We didn't even know. It was just there. We were like, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, he's miserable.
Yeah.
Cutting the second one. He's not sleeping good. He's grumpy, I'm just wondering what you would recommend. We use Motrin and Tylenol and the usual for my daughter, but
Yeah.
I'm always open to new things that might work more or better.
Yes, absolutely. I really do recommend trying to use some more natural remedies, whether it's homeopathic or especially like the homeopathic remedies. They just work so well for teething. Especially during the day too, like just when they're in that like real fussy time. Now that the Highlands teething tablets are back and also their gel.
Yeah.
Have you tried that at all?
We did use the tablets with my daughter. I haven't tried the gel.
Yeah. The gel, the teething tablets, and again, each child is gonna respond differently. There's also just giving them the remedy straight, which is chamomilla. Okay, that can really help too. Maybe in a higher potency. Okay, so maybe going into a little bit of a higher potency with chamomilla could really help as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there's something called an amber necklace.
Yeah, we have one of those.
Yep. Is it helping at all?
I'm hoping that's what helped with the first tooth.
Yeah.
He was so great, and now he's just like roar. So we don't know what's going on now. I don't know how that one tooth just slipped in so easy, and now we had it made in the shade, but
it's miserable. When they're so uncomfortable, and then they're drooling, and they're just cranky. All of those things.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. That's why I really love that's why I really like the homeopathic remedies, because a lot of them, like even the teething tablets, have a blend. So it's going to cover a lot of different of the not just the teething, but the symptoms as well.
He just seems so irritated.
Yeah.
Not even so much like, oh, it hurts, but like, I'm really, really mad about this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just very, very grouchy and agitated. And
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I forgot how much fun teething was.
Yeah, teething is not good. Now, I'm dealing with the teeth coming out now.
Oh,
you're dealing with the teeth coming in. I'm dealing with the teeth falling out.
I think we've got a few years with our oldest before that. But
You got a few years, but yeah, I would say that the Highlands, the teething tablets, the teething gel, straight chamomilla in a higher potency. Okay, and then the amber.
Okay.
All right. Those are probably my best bets, and I would try to do as little of the ibuprofen as possible.
Yeah.
Tylenol probably not going to. The Tylenol's not going to work the same.
Yeah.
Okay. And if it really is bad, save the ibuprofen for nighttime before bed.
Yeah.
And not do it too much. It's not good for their. It's not good for their stomachs. Yeah. So you really want to limit that, unless they're
avoid
really,
it as much as possible.
Avoid exactly. This is not all or nothing. Some people don't like to use medication at all. I would say try to avoid it as much as possible. Use all the natural remedies, and if it's really, really bad and they're not sleeping, then save it for then.
Yeah.
I'm glad you answered.
Yeah, I heard my name. I was like, "Oh, okay, where's the phone?"
It was a great question, and I really wanted to answer it, and I don't know how I missed you before, so I'm glad you were there.
I said you always pop these shows up just at the right time for me.
Ah, perfect.
I seen it yesterday, and I was so happy.
Aren't these Q&A shows the best?
Yeah,
they're so much fun, because you know what? It's like what everybody needs to know.
Yep, they are. They're my favorite.
You know what? They're my favorite too. So awesome, Heather. Nice talking to you.
All right, thank you.
All right, talk to you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, let's see. Do we have any other questions? Or is it time to, who did we know? I just want to make sure that we called everybody we said we were going to call. We spoke to Tracy. We spoke to, no, we still have one more person. We have Jennifer. Right there. Okay, one more person, one more question tonight, and then we're going to choose our winners. What? Oh, 2 more questions. I'm sorry. 2 more questions. Libby, I'm calling you. Yes, I don't forget. I didn't forget about you. I didn't forget. You're my last question. Just hold on. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi.
How are you? How are you?
Good.
Oh, good, good. I'm so glad that you gave me a question tonight.
Absolutely. So
Awesome.
I'm having a hard time hearing you, actually. So the question was, we're using cloth diapers, mostly rompers during the day, and my only concern is that they just seem so warm that in the summer months, is it going to be too much? Because sometimes when you take them off, her little tush looks a little bit red.
Yeah.
And it's definitely not irritated at all. It's just warm.
Yeah, just because it's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I would say this. Most of the time, are you thinking about like when you're outside with her?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much. Yeah, because in the house we're regulating the temperature, so that shouldn't really be an issue.
Yeah. Here's what I would say to you. You know, cloth diapers tend to be not as hot as the plastic. Even though they're thicker, you would think that they would be warmer, but usually they're not because they're more breathable.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, you know, in that case, I don't think that they're going to be a big issue for you. Plus, the baby's really small right now.
Yeah.
They're not going to be as bulky as the baby gets bigger.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because even when she's in the little joeys, it's better, but it definitely looks just a little on the warmer side. But
Yeah.
I'm sure as she gets big, because right now, the larger ones are kind of swallowing her up a little bit.
Yeah. I think that you're going to do fine. They're not going to be too hot. And you can also just keep the diaper. You know, like you can either just have her in the diaper or that's it. You don't need any clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Or you can also, you know, just lay her on a towel if it's really, really hot. You don't need any diaper at all.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You know?
What about the other ones that we have, like the disposable ones that we're using with like the Grovia inserts?
That was another thing I was gonna say. When you're out and if you wanted to use the inserts, you can totally do that. Like you're talking about the hybrids.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
You can do that. And you know, I would also recommend that if it's really, really hot out, I mean, you're gonna limit how much time you're outside with a newborn.
Well, yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
so you're not going to go out when it's scorching hot, but your diapers should be fine. You shouldn't have any issue, and actually, they're fine, much better than the disposables.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yep. You know, one of the people in the chat room, they're also saying that fitted, like trying like the what do you call it, the fitted diapers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which are your EcoPosh. Did you get some of those?
We did, yeah.
Yeah, those might be good too.
Oh, okay.
To try, they
those
may be
even look bulkier to me. So we actually haven't used the EcoPosh ones yet.
Yeah,
at all.
as the weeks go on, you're going to see the diapers are going to fit even better and better.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't think you're going to have a problem. Most people don't complain that the diapers are warmer in the summer than a disposable. Imagine being in plastic.
Yeah, that is absolutely true.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, awesome.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thanks.
Thanks for the question.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, take care. Okay, and we have one more question. Libby, I did not forget about you. You are next here. Let's just find you. Why can't I find Libby here? Joey, I need some help. That's why I couldn't find it. Hold on. Okay, so let's find Libby. Hold on, everybody. I'm a little bit disorganized tonight. Let's get Libby's phone. Is it right there? There it is. I left it on my desk. There you go. Sorry, Libby. No, I have your number. I found it. Now I need to know what your question is. I remember. Okay.
Hi, Shari.
Hi, Libby. Sorry, that last piece of paper with your name on it was sitting on my desk, and I totally forgot it.
Oh, no trouble. I was just making sure that you had it and everything.
I absolutely have it. Thanks for giving me your question. Let's hear it.
Okay, well, we love the Moby wrap. Well, let me start out by saying Jasper's 19 months now. He's about 24 pounds and about
33 inches, and we still actually Moby wrap, believe it or not.
Awesome.
And he loves it, and I do too most of the time, but especially like if we're outdoors or something, he really likes to be down and likes to try to walk and explore, which I would expect. So for a baby shower, we actually got one of the monkey backpacks that comes with like the little leash.
Yes.
And that, so far it has worked out pretty well for us because it lets him walk, and he's so close to me, and I have a grip on him. I'm just wondering, are there any negative effects to this? Is it going to affect his walking at all? He's been walking since he turned a year old, so it's not that he's new with the walking. I just don't want it to have any negative effects, or if there's anything I need to consider.
How old is he again?
He is 19 months.
19 months. And we're not talking about one of those walking assistant things where he's not walking, you're trying to hold him up. It's more of like to keep him in arm's reach.
Yes, it is more to keep him from, say, jumping off a sidewalk or running in the road. And, I've heard the other benefits are to keep somebody from being able to, snatch him up easily. That be the case.
Yep, absolutely. And so it's one of those little backpacks, those little stuffed animal backpacks with sort of like the rope attached to it.
Exactly. It's a little monkey backpack, and the little tail is a leash that comes off the back.
Yeah. Some people have like strange opinions about it, like it's a leash, like, oh, how could you put your child on a leash? So I'm going to just answer you from my own personal opinion about this. I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. In fact, I'm more concerned about people who let their 19-month-olds run around, near the street, in the mall, places where they could actually get hurt. And get out of your sight. You know your child better than anyone. If your child is a child that will run around and you're going to have to chase after the child can be in danger, I think having your child at arm's reach is a good idea.
Good. He has no stranger anxiety whatsoever.
Yes.
And so that's kind of good that I can keep him under control that way. And it's not that he runs to the street necessarily when we're outside. He actually does a pretty good job with it. But I know sometimes he just doesn't seem to have the concept of, oh, wait, that's a drop-off there,
Absolutely.
So I like to have him up close to me so that he's not going to run in an elevator door or something at the mall or have any kind of problems with that.
Libby, I think you're being a responsible parent, if you ask me.
Good deal. Thank you.
I have seen people who I really have very deep concerns about the fact that their child is running all over the mall, running near the street. They've been in my store where they're going up to the glass door and there's a big busy street right there. And it's just scares me to watch people just turning their back on their children. And, accidents can happen really, really quick. I also think that, some people, instead of doing something like that, they'll keep their child in a stroller and not allow them to explore at all. And so I think you're actually getting the best of both worlds with this.
Well, good deal. That actually means a lot coming from you, too, especially because I was afraid, we have the stroller and, he's in it when he's tired and things like that. But he just doesn't get to look around and put his hands on things that would be safe for him to put his hands on.
Exactly.
And this way, it kind of saves him the frustration of not being able to run, and it saves me the frustration of trying to lock him in a stroller or try to make him, stay forward facing a Moby when he's not in the mood.
I think it's great. I think that too many people push their children around in a stroller, never allow them to explore, or they take the opposite approach, which is to allow them to explore without any kind of supervision, and that could be really, really dangerous, or they're yanking on their arms, and that's the part that I think is worse.
Oh, I agree. That scares me totally. That was never an option. So I didn't know if we were better off in a stroller, but I'm glad to hear that the backpack is actually working out.
Yeah, I mean,
there's nothing negative to.
Honestly, it's my opinion. It's from everything I've ever read, from everything I've ever seen. I think you're doing a really great job, and I would have no considerations about that at all.
Well, that's very great. Thank you.
Awesome. Libby, thanks for the great question.
No problem.
All right. Fantastic. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you.
Yeah. This is just a perfect example of, people have different opinions about things. And when I'm giving you my answer here, it's what I personally think and what I've seen. And I think that, it's always about weighing one option versus another, in my opinion. Keeping your child supervised, being able to allow them to walk around and explore, but making sure that they don't get themselves into a trouble. This is a 19-month-old child that can't really think for themselves to not walk into a street or have some stranger come along and take them. So you really got to keep them in sight, and I think she's doing a really great job. So it's time for prizes, Joe. Who wants to win a prize? Any prizes tonight?
You just said you're gonna choose from the group.
Yeah. Do we have the winners there? I have the prizes here, so let's pick the winners. Joe's got the winners here for us. Okay, so what we have are 5 prizes for 5 winners of the people who got their questions. Okay, so the first winner is going to win a fantastic Bravado nursing tank. Okay, does anybody have a Bravado nursing tank and know how wonderful they are? Okay, we're going to pick a winner right now for a Bravado nursing tank, and you are going to go ahead, and once I call your name, they are awesome. Yes, they are awesome. Hi, Carissa. Yes, I know you have one. Carissa does all your fittings for these nursing tanks. Okay, so who's the winner for the Bravado nursing tank? Joe. Drum roll. And the winner is... We're going to pull up a picture. Here's a picture. This is what you're about to win. Okay, and they come in all different colors, so go ahead.
Okay, your winner is...
Yes?
Maureen.
Maureen, you are the winner of the Bravado nursing tank. Congratulations. Yay, Maureen. Yay. Okay, so you need to go, everybody who wins their prizes tonight needs to go to www.mybabyexperts.tv and scroll down the page to claim your prize, okay? And then put in, I want you to put in the size and the color that you want so that Bravado can send out the proper one to you, okay? Congratulations, Maureen. The next winner is going to win a Simple Wishes hands-free nursing bra, and the winner is Joe. Who wants a Simple Wishes hands-free nursing bra for pumping? Ready?
Sure.
And the winner is... Hi, Sand.
And the winner is Jennifer Grassi.
Ah, the winner is Jennifer Grassi. Congratulations, Jennifer. Yay. Okay, Jennifer, the Simple Wishes comes in 2 colors now, pink and black, and 2 sizes, the small, medium, and then the large, extra large. So I want you to go to www.mybabyexperts.tv and scroll down the page and tell me exactly which one you want so they can send the right one out to you. Congratulations. She could really use that. She just had a new baby, so she'll be able to use that for a long time. And the next winner is the Highlands Homeopathic Kids Kit. We have a picture? There we go, right there. All right, who's going to win the Highlands Homeopathic Kids Kit?
Say that 10 times fast.
The Highlands Homeopathic Kids Kit. Hi. My husband likes to challenge me here. We're so silly. And the winner is?
Tracy Rodkey.
Tracy Rodkey. Oh, Tracy. Congratulations. Yay, Tracy. Okay, fantastic. Again, www.mybabyexperts.tv and claim your prize. Okay, and the next prize is from Earth Mama Angel Baby, and we are going to give away a baby bundle from Earth Mama Angel Baby, the best products. Do you see them there? There is nothing better to put on your baby's butt and bottom and face and everywhere. And you can use these for yourself too. We love Earth Mama. Okay, what do we got for Earth Mama Angel Baby bundle? And the winner is?
Tatum Porter.
Tatum Porter. Congratulations, Tatum. Yay, Tatum. Okay, and our last prize comes from Naturepedic. Oh, we have a very nice prize. Who wants to win a prize from Naturepedic? They make great stuff. They make really great stuff. And the prize for Naturepedic is a organic cotton toddler pillow from Naturepedic.
Whoa.
Fantastic. This is a great prize. I think I'm going to order some of these for myself. Organic cotton toddler pillow. Yeah. Okay.
Everybody else in the chat room wants one?
Everybody wants one. Well, if you want one, you can actually go over to Naturepedic and buy one too. They are actually not that expensive considering what you're getting for this toddler pillow, especially where your child's head is going to rest. And we've talked about this on other shows where, you know, there are fumes within the foams, the different foams. There are fumes within the mattresses. So I think an organic pillow for your toddler is a really, really good idea. So who's the winner of this awesome prize?
Libby Ayers.
Libby, yay! You win! Fantastic! Oh, your little one is gonna love that pillow. What a great prize! See, I'm so glad we didn't forget about your question.
Anybody
there.
not see your cloth DVD?
Who didn't see the cloth DVD program?
Give me two people. Quick.
Who has not seen the program yet? Who has not seen the cloth diaper program yet? Okay. So Dolphin 4176.
No, that hasn't already purchased it or.
Okay. Who has not purchased it, seen it, or won it before, and would like to see the cloth diaper DVD program? Someone's saying they didn't get an email link. There we go. Okay, we got you. Okay. Libby's saying she never wins anything. You just won the pillow. All right. Who we got, Joe?
Okay.
Shannon is going to get a viewing of the cloth diaper DVD program. Okay, Shannon, congratulations. And who else? Jessica Pero. Okay, here we go. So 2 people just got a copy of the cloth diaper DVD program. It's a streaming program, and Joe's going to send you the link and the password to be able to get in. For anybody who has not seen the program, I highly recommend going over and checking it out. It's really worth it. And if you're on the fence, if you're not sure if you want a cloth diaper, then you definitely want to watch the program. Okay, it's something that everybody should be watching, whether they're doing it or not. And with cloth diapering, it's always just a matter of, it's not all or nothing. So even if you decided to do it just part of the time, just to reduce some of that exposure, that chemical exposure for your child, I highly recommend it. So did everybody have a good night tonight? Are you guys all ready to get, what do we have, like 2 hours, less than 2 hours left till the car seat giveaway? Okay, make sure you get your last tweets in, your last few entries. And just for being here tonight, if you submitted a question, if you RSVP'd and you chatted here in our chat room where we can see you chatting, you got an extra 5 entries. So go make sure you claim your 5 entries before the night is over to increase your chances to win the car seat. And I wish all of you the best of luck. I cannot wait to see the winner. Okay, and I will see you again next week. We're going to have a show next week, right? Did you guys have fun? I had a great time. I love you guys. It was really nice to spend time with you. Go home, go upstairs, go downstairs, wherever your babies are. Go give them the biggest hugs, the biggest kisses. Cuddle as much as you can. Enjoy every single minute, and I will see you next week. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye.